Brand leadership comes from understanding community behavior really well and setting clear goals to satisfy the needs of the community. Community management and SMM go hand in hand, and in doing so, they actually are a very good indicator of what business success means. Let's take the example of a retail store. The retailer really understands the local community and is able to anticipate needs even before they arise. The shopkeeper thinks about all sorts of product requirements and is able to keep products ready for his customers even before they ask for it. This also helps him understand inventory planning in low and in peak seasons and creates a lot of ROI for him. In doing so, he is the leader in his current market because no matter how many other shops come up, the community always goes to him for their shopping needs. How do we actually translate this into social media? In this video, let's talk about the role of social media management in brand management first. And in doing so, let's talk about how we set clear, attainable, and responsive goals for social media marketing. We'll also look at how we can derive objectives from social media marketing goals. Let's begin by understanding how social media marketing and brand management work together. The two of them help the brand navigate the vast ocean of online media. And in doing so, they come together because brand management is all about understanding where the business needs to go, and social media is the conduit that helps it achieve that. In doing so, we need to create, build, and maintain consistent methodology across all business and brand operations in online and offline platforms and create positive relationships with various brand stakeholders. We also need to work with other departments and other stakeholders to build overall brand engagement. Only then can social media marketing be successful. When using social media marketing for brand management, it's important that we first build awareness for the various products, services, and community-led initiatives. Remember that brand management happens over a period of time and evolves along with the community. Brands that tend to go for sales right at the onset are usually never successful. But the brands that actually integrate social media marketing into their brand operations and build relationships with community over a period of time by building awareness and engagement tend to be very successful. To do this, we need to build insights within the community that add to a lot of business intelligence. As we discussed earlier, this comes from understanding the community so well that we actually able to predict their needs even before it happens. In doing so, all the points that we just discussed contribute to the brand's overall business. Hence, having goals for social media marketing that are related to the brand and business goals are extremely important over here. Let's talk about how we can set strategic goals for social media marketing. What I've done over here is that I've divided it into 4 parts to make it easier for you. So whenever you set goals for your brand on social media marketing, divide it by these 4. Let's talk about brand service related goals, right? So if you're looking at creating more awareness for your brand or more engagement for the brand overall, this is the goal that you would use. Community engagement goal involves engaging the community for a cause that they care about more. At the same time, a sales related goal is where you want to drive action from the community to your various online platforms and hope that those convert into sales. Now, if you do this very strategically and while building a good relationship with community members, you actually will be able to gain higher sales. And the last is growth related goals, where you're talking about evolving the brand even further over a period of time so that the community and the brand together grow. This is extremely essential as brands tend to become stagnant over a period of time. Growth comes from the fact of looking at new market opportunities and growing along with the community. And this is how you can divide the different types of goals. Let's talk about engagement objectives. Objectives are derived from these 4 goals, and they must be clearly and properly defined. A lot of times there's a lot of chaos and confusion when it comes to defining objectives, not just for any brand, but also for simple projects. There's no reason that this should be there. Objectives should be measurable and scheduled. You should be able to say that you want to achieve something very specific in a given period of time. If not, it's not a very clear objective. In doing so, the objectives must be based on who is involved, what are the roles of the people or the stakeholders that are involved in this, how do they contribute to the overall fulfillment of the objective, and what is the incentive to respond. Using these 4 criteria, we are actually able to create precise objectives that help lead us to prioritizing business goals and also investing our time, energy, and resources to gain higher return on investment. In doing so, the objectives should clearly contribute to content and engagement strategy. Remember, each point that we're discussing here leads to the other. And without one, the other building block will fail to actually connect. Let's talk about how we can derive objectives. The key objectives of social media when it comes to brand management are generating traffic. Right? You want to move people from the community, as we discussed in the social media marketing engagement model, to different online platforms and channels. This helps us understand how they interact with the platforms and thus how they interact with the brand. In doing so, we need to build and maintain a community following consistently and over a longer period of time. Building this community helps us grow our relationships, and in doing so, builds a stronger bond with the people we genuinely care about. We need to engage these community members conversationally, because otherwise they'll just get bored. Community members can really contribute to the brand. And in doing so, it is important to understand them so that we understand what opportunities or challenge exist within the brand, the market, and the category. We should also create a lot of interactions through various tactical methods like contests, engagement, polls, and various other promotional tactics to actually create brand leadership. Look at increasing revenues over a period of time. I can't say this enough. A lot of brands feel that social media is the solution and immediately jump into promotions and then feel upset that they haven't really got much out of it. But as we discussed on how we can use social media marketing to generate return on investment, this becomes very critical. Patience is extremely important for success and for brand leadership. Brand leadership can be very challenging, but is definitely achievable. Some of the things that we talked about in this video are the role of social media marketing in brand management and how critical it is that they both work hand in hand to achieve that success. We also talked about setting clear, precise goals for social media marketing and how it should integrate with the business's overall goals. And in doing so, we talked about how we can derive objectives from the 4 different types of social media marketing goals that we discussed.